Hello everyone, welcome to School of Hotel Management. Myself, Arvind Chauhan, Assistant Professor, BBT University, Lucknow. I'm here to deliver a lecture on your last unit, which is Indian wine. So today you will learn about all the Indian wines and all the regions where we can produce Indian wines. So let's start with the Indian wine first. All right. So today I'm going to discuss about the Indian wines. All right. So just I'm going to making a screen share to everyone. So let's start with the history of Indian wine. Here you can see the 5,000 year of history about the Indian wines related to the past time. The royal vineyards found during the 16th century and 17th century during the Mughal era. Everybody knows about the Mughal era and Somras in Vedic period. So there is a term, there was a term and the ancient time which is Somras. What is the Somras? The kings of the Mughals are used to have Somras, which is served on the golden pot. The particular glass is made by the golden things, right? So the Somras in the Vedic period, the red wine grapes Aksam and white wine grapes Akswati and Bokari. So these are the terms which is considered as the red wines grape variety and the white wine grape variety. All right. And after the 321 BC to 150 BC, modern empires came and beer overtook wine in 1820. So after that, beer have taken overtook wine in 1820. In 1840 to 1870, the brandy era is come and the people used to have the brandy. After the 1870s, 1860s, GNT cultures came and 1890s, phylloxera, this is the kind of disease which is found in grape and is kill all the grape vineyards, whole country, excepting few of them country. After the 90s, replantation in Kashmir and Baramati, and after the 1920s, 1930s, cocktails, whiskey, soda, vodka, rum, and brandy are going to produce continuous basis, right? So this is the basic history about the Indian culture, Indian wine culture. Okay, so this is you can see here. This is the geographical area of the Indian wine. Here you can find the region of India: Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. So these are the states which you can produce the Indian wines because they have the optimum kind of soil, culture, temperature which is required for the wine making, required for the harvesting of the grape. All right. Next is terroir. What is terroir? Terroir actually, terroir is denote the term of in harvesting during the harvesting, which is kind of clay are used to harvest the grape. Variety of soil, red lateral soil and mural soil. Mild climate should be there. Rainfall 18 to 100 centimeter. About the winters, it should be 10% winter should be there. Summer should be 30 to 35%, so 30 to 35 degrees Celsius should be there. Harvesting season is January to March. So most harvesting season is in the year. There is two time, January to March, and in the winter and summer is start from April to September. Okay. So next is the wine region. What are the wine region? You can see here, Nasik region, Sangali region, Bangalore region, and Himachal region, right? So these are the region of which produce Indian wines. So just see the one by one. Nasik region is located Western India, 2000 feet above the sea level. right? So Nasik label, it is situated in there in the India above the 2000 feet above the sea level, and their north latitude is 19 to 33 and 20 to 53, and the east latitude is 73 to 60 and 75 to 6. So most moderate latitude should be 30 to 50 for the good quality wines. Growing the good quality wine, the latitude should be there like 30 to 50 degree. All right. About the Sangali region, the location southwest Maharashtra 16 to 52 north latitude and 70 to 36 east latitude. Right. In Bangalore region, location southwest 15 to 8 north latitude and 77 to 37 east latitude. Himachal region, we're talking about the Himachal region. Location is there in north of India and 30 to 22 and 33 to 12 north latitude. And east latitude should be 75 to 47 and 79 to 04 east latitude there in Himachal Pradesh. All right. So wine making in India, wine has been made in India for the centuries. The state Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka have many vineyards. Maharashtra and the leading state in the wine production. Right? Indian produce red, white, and sparkling wine. Many wineries are Europe are eyeing on India by setting up their wineries. So many of the other countries came to India and is still producing the wine, good quality wines. Okay, let's talk about the grapes variety are used in India also and other countries maybe. So first is Siraj. Siraj, there is two spelling of Siraj, Shiraj and Syrah. Siraj, this is the red grape variety. Right, this grape is also known as Siraj. Just a minute. Siraj is a red grape variety, and it's make a soft and rich wine, often characterized by smoky and chocolatey aroma. It matured faster than Cabernet and is sometimes blended with it to be speed accessibility. So it is sometimes we produce the blended wines also. All right. Next grape variety is Merlot. What is Merlot? Is again a red grape variety. The grapes show aroma of pulp and stone fruits, completing by hints of smoked meat, chocolate, coffee, and cherry. So this is the characteristic of the Merlot grapes. Okay, because this is very important. We should know about all the characteristics of a particular grape, right? Then we can suggest the wine to the guest. Another grape variety is Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is again a red grape variety. The grape from which complex and elegant wine are made in Burgundy. These are the several clones in Pinot Noir that show great promise. The Pinot Noir wine in are clean and lively with the flavor of rich cherries. This is about the Pinot Noir. Next is Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon, the most of the grape red wine of Bordeaux and some of the finest wine of the New World are based on the Cabernet Sauvignon. It is often blended with Cabernet Franc and Merlot, and its flavor is reminiscent of blackcurrant or cedar wood. It demands aging in small oak barrel, and the best wine requires several years of bottle age to reach their peak. Right. Next grape variety is Cabernet Franc. Cabernet Franc, this is the variety, possesses quality similar to those of Cabernet Sauvignon, although they are the little less pronounced in Cabernet Franc. It is an important part of blend, and it's often blended with Cabernet Sauvignon. Right? This is commonly blended with the Cabernet Sauvignon. So Cabernet Franc can be blended with the Cabernet Sauvignon. Next grape variety is Zinfandel. Zinfandel is again a red grape variety. This variety probably originated in southern Italy as the Primitivo grape. So Zinfandel, actually this is the variety originated in southern Italy as the Primitivo grapes. It is planted by only a few Indian wineries. The quality of wine has been very good, especially when they receive enough oak maturation. All right, so this is about the Zinfandel. Next grape variety is Chardonnay, right? So this is the next grape variety, Chardonnay. Chardonnay is the currently one of the most popular, if not the most popular, dry white wine variety in the world. It is planted in almost every wine producing countries and is one of the easiest variety to grow. So Chardonnay is a very good white grape variety, which it is also used for making champagne wine. This grape variety also used to making champagne wines. All right. It is planted in almost every wine producing countries and it is one of the easiest variety to grow. Chardonnay generally benefit from oak and is especially complex when it is barrel fermented as well as barrel aged. However, over oaking has been a common fault of some of the first Chardonnay. If you if you do the over aging, that would be not good for the wine. Right. Next white variety is Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc, this is grape is country most popular white variety with about 30% of her vineyards. Producing Chenin Blanc, it produces a wide range of wine from the sweet to dry. So Chenin Blanc can be produced the sweet wines, can be produced with the white wines, dry wines, including sparkling and the still wine. All right. As I told you, Chardonnay is also used to making sparkling wine, but Chenin Blanc is also used for making sparkling wine and still wines. Its dry wines are fresh and fruity, and Chenin Blanc sweet wines and Botry's desert wine are becoming more fashionable. So this is also used for making the desert wines. Next is Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc is Indian now can produce international quality wine. Sauvignon Blanc is an Indian, but now can produce international quality wines of Sauvignon Blanc, as evidenced at few wineries located in Nasik and Pune district. These microclimates in Maharashtra are situated to the growing of this variety. Right? The Sauvignon Blanc tend to be dry and grassy. Its planting have increased so it's the moderate yielder. So the Cabernet Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc is produced in a wider range in India and it's good quality grapes producing. Next is the Indian wine companies Satanu Indes. Satu Indes. This is the companies which produce the Indian wines. First, you can see here Satu Indes. Next is Sula Vineyards. Sula Vineyards. This is the companies, and it's also the wineries. So Sula Vineyards is a wine. Wineries. Grover Vineyards. So Grover Wineries. Sankalp Vineyard is the Sankalp Wineries. Right? Heritage Grape Wineries. Hampi Heritage Wineries. Pinson's Wine Industries, Lee Meridian Industry and Wineries. And another is very important, which is Fratelli. Fratelli is also the companies of Indian wine companies. Indian wines, let's say the Indian wines brand names La Reserve, Satu Indies, Grover, Sula, Hattie's, Port, Winsura Wines, Nine Hills, Satunidi Orly. These are the wine which produced by the Indian culture, Indian climate. All right. I hope you are able to get the region and the examples and the companies of the Indian wines. All right. Okay. For more detail, you can see here. This is another PPT. The Indian wines, the four major region of vineyards: Nasik region, Shanghai, Bangalore, and Himachal. You have seen in the previous slide as well. Nasik region is located in the state of Maharashtra. Everybody knows it's located in the state of Maharashtra and including region Pune, Nasik, and Ahmednagar. It's about 800 meters from the sea level, and several top wineries are located here. Satu Indies and Sula wines. About the Sangali regions is also located in Maharashtra, nearly 750 meters above the sea level. All right, and this region includes places like Solapur, Sangali, Satara, and Latur. So these are the region which is there in the India. About the Bangalore regions, Nandi Hills located about the 45 kilometers north of Bangalore city. So in the Bangalore there is a Nandi Hills where the vineyards is available, and Grover Vineyards is located in Nandi Hills, it above the 800 meter from the sea level. Okay. Himachal region is located in North India. It is upcoming state for the wine in India. It's still not, but it's upcoming state for the wine in India. Nowadays is producing. Temperature varies from 22 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, and the unique climate, this region attracts the winemakers to produce delicate wine grapes. Okay, talking about the viticulture of India, the vines are often trained on the bamboo and wire in paragola to increase canopy cover and to get the grapes off the ground where they would be more prone to fungus disease. What happens about the viticulture? The what people do? They stand the stick of the bamboo into the whole vineyards near the grape tree, and then they wiring around the top of the bamboo to the whole area of vineyards, and then all the stems and grape tree is spread all over the similar like a canopy, right? Irrigation is essential in the many of Indian wines region, and since the 1980s, drip irrigation has been widely used. The topical condition often promote high yield when required frequent pruning throughout the year. Harvest normally take place in September and is usually done by hand, right? So in India, what happens is normally harvesting done in September and usually done by the hands, not by the mechanical. Because if you have seen in the international wines, most of the France and Italy, Germany is produced by the picking by the mechanically, right? Girish variety, you have already seen the Indian is hand several indigenous table grape variety that can also be used in wine production, with Anabesahi, Arkavati, Arcasium being the most common. Popular non-native grapes include the Bangalore Blue, Isabella, and Gulabi is a black muscat. So Gulabi is also known as the black muscat grape. The Turkish grape Sultana is the most widely planted grapes in India. Sultana and the Gulabi and Isabella is the Indian grapes variety. The Turkish grapes, which is Sultana, is the most widely planted grape in India. Cover more than half of the 148,000 acres planted in country. In addition to important French varieties that Chateau d'Indes planted, Sauvignon Blanc, Zinfandel, Chenin Blanc, Claret have started to establish a presence of the Indian wine industry. So these are the wine grapes come from the France and started planting in India. All right. Okay. Another important is the Indian wine law. Okay. What is Indian wine law? The following particulars shall be marked legally and indelibly on the label, crown, body of the container. Okay. Name and type of material are used. Ethyl alcohol content in percentage by volume. Batch or code number should be there. Month and year of packaging. Name and address of the producer. Net volume in the ml and geographical region from where the grapes are produced. So these are the information we have to written on the label of the bottle. Clear? Next is varietal name of the grapes. Okay. In case of single variety wine is in excess of 85% of volume in the bottle, if less than 85% single variety used, which makes total value. Twin varietal names shall be stipulated when more than two varieties are used in the wine. It should be clearly stated as blended. The stipulation of Indian wines shall not be appear on the label if shall not be appear on the label if Indian wine is blended with foreign important wine in excess of 25%. Okay, and some famous winemakers you can see here. Indians, I told you in the previous slide as well. Indians is the Narayangaon, Pune. So India it is produced where? Narayangaon, Pune. Like state of Pune near the Narayangaon, the village. Grover Vineyards near the Bangalore. Sula in the Maharashtra. Renaissance wine in the Nasik. And the like Nandi wines, Nandi Hills in the Nasik. Mandala Valley in the Solapur. Flamingo wines in the Nasik. Vinicola in Goa, and few brands of the red wine and white wines are Siraj, Galaxy, Wallace Salito, Saturi Merlot, Cabernet Shiraz, La Reserve. These are the red wine. Saturi and also a Dindori is a red wine. White wines is Salo Rio, Etu Brutus, Mark Antony, Sauvignon Blanc, Dia White. Madeira White. About the rosé wines, the Shiraz Rosé, Madras Rosé, Sula Blush, Zinfandel, and Sula Brut is a sparkling wine of India, and Sula Seco. These are the two sparkling wine of India actually. All right. So this is about the Indian wines, and if I read, uh, this, actually the Indian wine is start planting the some of another grape variety, which is they are coming from the France, Italy, because we have the limited grape variety available in India, right? So we have to produce good quality wines. We have also grow the variety of different kind of grapes. I hope you're getting it, sir, right? Okay. All right. All right. So you can see here, this is the Indian, one of the very, very famous brand, which is Sula. So here you can see the Sula brand of Indian wine, right? The selection of Sulas. So this is the geographical area where you can find the Sula vineyard. This is the vineyards. You can see here how the grape canopy is there, vineyards is there, and how they produce the vineyards, right? Just a minute. Sula vineyards is actually the very important, right? Just a moment. So here you can find this is how uh, the welcome to the heart of Sula. This is the way. This is the very place of wines begin their journey from grape to your glass. Right. The visit of your vineyards and winery in the Nasik, it is enjoyable experience of the people of all age and carefully curated to the give your insight peek into the winemaking process. So I request you to everybody, if you want to see the vineyards, the winemaking vineyards, so visit to the Nasik and have trip and enjoy the wines, right? Uh, there you can understand very well about the wine culture, wine vineyards, wine varieties, right? So there are various tours related to the wines. You can see here, okay. All right, you can see here. This is the bottle. Like this is the Dindori. It's a Sula white wines. I hope it is visible to everyone. See, you can see the bottle is a Sula white wines. Dindori is a white wines. Sula uh, Dindori is a red also, and Sula Brut is a sparkling wine. Sula Champagne, Sula Brut, Rosé also, and another red wines is there, which is very classic wines, right? Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon is there, right? Rasa Shiraz and Brut Tropical, Sula Brut, Dindori Reserve Shiraz. So Shiraz is a grape variety, and Dindori is a company which is produced this variety of wine, right? And the Dindori Reserve is a Chardonnay. So grape variety is Chardonnay. Here you can find Chenin Blanc is a reserve, white wines, and Dindori Reserve is a Wagoner, again a white, Riesling, again a white, Cabernet, Shiraz Cabernet is red wines, right? Late harvest Chenin Blanc is a white wines, and source of Grenache rose wines. Next, these are the wide variety of wines, Indian wines, Seco, Saturi, right? So red wine Saturi Seco is a dry champagne. Zinfandel is a rosé wine. Zinfandel rosé. Sauvignon Blanc is a white, right? And Zinfandel is a red wine. Again, some another varieties, latest varieties: Dia White, Mosaic Chenin Sauvignon, Brut Rosé, Massic Grenache Shiraz is again a white rosé wine. Sorry, and Mosaic Grenache Shiraz again the rosé, and Sikh rosé. So these are the variety of rosé wines. So Dia Reds is also available in red also. So Dia is very new brand. And another Indian wines is Fretli. All right. So Fretli is also the Indian wines, which is there in very much good quality textures. All right. Thank you very much.